Welcome to Social Science Standard 9 Geography Unit 7 Mapping Skills Introduction. With maps on hand, one can see the world in one sweep. A map is worth 1,000 words. Mapping skills are the basics to understand a map and to interpret the area depicted. Maps are introduced with its components such as scale, signs, and symbols. Surveying is the process of recording the measurement of a land area. Its outcomes are the data sources of maps. This lesson deals with the latest techniques of mapping, remote sensing, GPS, GIS, global navigation system, and web maps of the 21st century. Map as a tool. A map is the basic tool of a geographer. It illustrates the Earth's surface clearly and effectively through a combination of drawings, words, and symbols. Thus, maps form an integral part of the geography. A map is a location guide. Cartographer. Cartographer is one who measures, analyzes, and interprets geographical information to create maps and charts for political, cultural, and educational purposes. Maps and cartography. Cartography means the art of map making is called cartography. Maps are drawing of an area as seen from above. A map is defined as the miniature image of the three-dimensional Earth surface on a paper, cloth, or any flat surface. Maps can show a whole or part of the world. Maps are drawn to a scale and a direction. Maps have legends to explain the meaning of symbols and colors used on it. Components of a map. First one, title. For example, India physical map, world political map, Tamil Nadu transport map. Next, scale. Scale makes it possible to reduce the size of the whole earth to show it on a piece of paper. A scale is a ratio between the actual distance on the map to the actual distance on the ground. Scales can be represented in three methods: statement, representative fraction RF, and linear or graphical scale methods. Statement scale. The statement scale describes the relationship of map distance to ground distance in words such as 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometer, like that. Representative fraction RF is equal to distance of the map divided by distance on the ground. Next one, linear or graphical scale. In a map, a linear scale is represented by a straight line divided into equal parts to show what these markings represent on the actual ground. The scale helps in the direct measurement of distance of the map. The next component is direction. Maps are drawn normally with north orientation. North direction in map is always towards the north pole of the earth. If you position yourself looking at the north pole, on your right will be the east, your left will be the west, at your back will be the south. These four main directions are called the cardinal directions. The next one is grid system. The location of a place can be simply defined by its latitude and longitude. In normal practice, latitude is stated first and then comes the longitude. The latitude and longitude of a place can be expressed in units of degree, minutes, and seconds. The next one is projection. A map projection is a way of showing the spherical shaped earth on a flat piece of paper. Where does the world projection come from? Imagine a clear globe with latitude and longitude lines and the outline of the landmass on it. Suppose there was a light bulb inside the globe. If you wrapped a piece of paper around the globe and turned on the light bulb, the outlines of the grid and landmasses would be projected onto the paper. Map projection is defined as the transformation of spherical network of latitudes and longitudes on a plane surface. Projections are drawn to maintain shape, area, and direction. The three methods in which are used as follows: projection cylindrical, projection on the surface cone, projection directly onto the flat plane called a planar or zenithal or azimutal projection. Next, legend. The legend of a map helps to understand the map details which are placed at the left or right corner at the bottom of the map. Next, conventional signs and symbols. Conventional signs and symbols are standard symbols used on a map and explained in the legend to convey a definite meaning. The topographic map contains a variety of information about physical and cultural features. These are shown by using signs and symbols in various colors so that the clarity of the map is maintained. There are three types of map. First one, point symbols: buildings, tipping tanks, trigonometrical beacons. Second one, line symbols: railways, roads, power line, telephone lines. Third one, area symbols: cultivated lands, ponds, orchards, vineyards, like that. The following colors codes are used with map symbols: brown, land or earth features; contour lines, eroded areas, prominent rock outcrops, sand areas and dunes; secondary or gravel roads. Light blue, water features, water bodies; dark blue, national waterways; green, vegetation; black, construction features, roads, tracks, railways, buildings, etc. Red, construction features, national, arterial and main roads, lighthouses and marine lights. Next one, pink, international boundaries. Next, we are going to see about the survey. Surveying is done to measure the angle, direction, area, height and distance of an object or place on the surface of the earth using instruments. Surveying techniques are used to obtain the field data and to prepare maps. A knowledge of surveying helps one is map making, particularly in the preparation of physical maps. Geographers mainly use chain, prismatic compass, plane table, tumble level, apnea level, clinometer, theodolite, total station and GNSS to measure the distance, angle, altitude and position of the area of survey.